Today I want to take this clip and make it look a little bit more like a Hollywood movie like this, using some color grading tricks that I've picked up over the last couple of years. You'll want to start by making sure that you have a good file management system and that you know where all of your files are stored. In this case, I shot this back in 2018 in New York City, and this was the drive I stored them on at the time, so I'll go ahead and find them on this drive. I use Davinci Resolve for all of my editing, color correction, and color grading, so that's what I will be using in this video. I like to start by bumping up the exposure just before things start to clip, so that I have as much detail to work with in the shadows as possible. Then I set my black point properly and I start tweaking the contrast a little bit using the curve setting. The image will gradually start to take shape as you apply a little bit of contrast and really just gently massage the contrast into place, kind of get the look that you're wanting. Then I'll go ahead and label my nodes. That way I can keep track of what adjustments I have on which node. That way I know kind of what I'm doing here. I'm going to have my exposure node, contrast node, and then my LUT node. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply one of my custom presets to this LUT node, and you can see that it adds quite a heavy magenta shift in this particular image. So I'm going to counter that by adding a little bit of green in the color correction primaries tab. I'm going to add a little bit of magenta blue with the gain, add a little bit of yellow in the gamma, and bring the lift somewhere towards teal, just to neutralize those darker parts of the image. If we look at our before and after, we can see the image is taking shape, and we want to do a couple more things. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a few more nodes. I'm going to label one of them sharpen so I can keep track of where I'm sharpening the image. I'm going to label the other one grain. In this case, I want to add a bloom node right between the two, just so I can add some of that filmic halation effect before I apply the grain. After we apply these effects, it's very, very subtle, but you can see a little bit of a difference, and it just adds just that 10% that you want to make it look more like it was shot on actual film stock. But the sky is looking a little bit too warm for my taste, so I want to cool that off by creating a power window and introducing a little bit more blue in the sky. But I don't want the blue to interfere too much with the golden horizon that we're seeing, so I'm going to keep it contained just within the clouds. You want to decrease the saturation and add a little bit of blue at the same time so that the colors look more clean rather than having a bunch of color pollution from whatever else might be in the sky. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a vignette effect. In this case, this is way too harsh, so I'm going to increase the size and increase the softness, and then bring down the global blend just a little bit so that it doesn't look so harsh. And now this is a before and an after on our RGB parade. You can see that we've really balanced out the colors in the sky, the midtones, and in the shadows pretty well. Now you can see the before and after. Here's the raw clip, the color corrected version, and the final grade. So that was my basic process for color correction and color grading. I'm going to be making more videos about color correction and grading, so if you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer them, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.